Hello, you are welcome to my channel, Michael's Nuggets. My name is Michael Ahin, and I'm here today to share with you an exciting topic. All right, yeah, it's always my pleasure to come your way and discuss topics like this with you. All right, today we're going to look at very short, simple, and straightforward topic, and I hope you are going to enjoy it. So please make sure you watch this video to the end. All right, and at the end of the day, I expect you to like the video, share the video to your friends, and ultimately subscribe to my channel, Michael's Nuggets. And you are going to love it because we have exciting topics to always share with you. All right, this is Michael's Nuggets. The objective of my channel is to bring videos like this and then share content like financial management, self-development and self-growth, wealth creation, entrepreneurship, and many other things that help push anyone to his or her goals. Okay, so that is what we are doing. That's what we do. That is our passion. We share content like this to help support people to what, to grow. Okay, all right, so thank you very much for watching the video. Before we start everything, like I said, please subscribe to my channel, Michael's Nuggets, and you're going to enjoy it. All right, thank you. So today we are going to look at simple topic. We are going to look at some tips to financial freedom or financial independence. Okay, some tips to financial freedom or financial independence. Money is a fuel for life. Money helps in a lot of ways. Money makes life kind of easier, simpler, and enjoyable. Okay, we are not killing ourselves for money anyway, but money generally helps a lot in making you have some kind of freedom or independence or some kind of soundness on the mind. Okay, all right, so what we are going to do today is to look at tips that you can follow or you can do, or things that you can do as a person in order for you to sustain your finances or ensure financial independence or ensure financial freedom. They are very simple and basic, and everybody can do it. In fact, this topic probably we might do it again and expand it more. Okay, we are going to build it up, but today we are looking at just the tips, just some basic things, and on how to experience what financial independence or financial freedom. Okay, you can't afford to live in this life and then you are overburdened financially, like school fees here, some loans here, projects here, like a whole lot. But if we try to follow some basic steps, I believe we can ensure some kind of soundness when it comes to managing our money, managing our financial resources. Okay, so let's zoom into action. I have like 5 or 6 steps or tips that when we able to do it, it's going to help us a lot in helping us sustain ourselves financially. So let's look into it. I'm going to share it one after the other. Number one, make a budget if you want to experience some sort of financial freedom or financial independence. Make yourself a budget. Budget is just simple, just an outlay or a presentation of your sources of income, and then where you put your expenditure to. Probably is a draft of your income sources and on your expenditure. Okay, where you get your money from, or avenues of your money, or of your revenue, of your income, and then where you allocate those money towards in terms of spending that money. Okay, and if you want to experience or ensure soundness when it comes to financial outlays, you have to make a budget and then be disciplined enough to stick to that budget. Okay, and one benefit of preparing budgets or making budgets for yourself is that it helps you keep track of your expenditure. Okay, probably an evaluation or an assessment or a look into your financials at the end of the period, probably monthly, quarterly, yearly, or whatever. It will help you to understand and then know the trend of where you have been able to, spend your money, or what you have been able to spend your money on, so that it will give you a check as to which one to reduce, which one to spend more on, and then which one to even stop at all. Okay, so the first step, or the first tip to help you or help any of us to be financially sound or to be financially independent is that prepare a budget. Budget shows your source of income and then where you allocate those sources of income towards in terms of your spending or your expenditure. That is a very basic and very simple thing that everybody can do it. Okay, so that's the first tip. The second tip that we are going to look at when we talk of ensuring financial independence or tips to financial freedom is that pay off your debts, or probably avoid debt at all costs. Debt is not good. Probably it puts some sort of pressure on your mind. It doesn't make you be balanced. It disturbs a lot. Me, for instance, anytime I owe someone, or anytime I realize that I'm indebted to someone, like, I wouldn't have a peace of mind. It would disturb me a lot throughout the period until I pay the money to the person. Okay, so another tip, another way for you to ensure financial freedom, financial independence, is that try as much as possible to avoid debt. Instead of you to buy on credits, try to buy with cash. Okay, and by so doing, you are not going to pile any debt on yourself. Okay, be disciplined enough to say to yourself that if I don't have the money, I'm not spending. Okay, if I don't have, not I'm spending within my means. What I have is what I'm going to spend with. Okay, but if you are not disciplined enough, and then if you are spendthrift enough, and that anything that you see you buy, and even when you have or you don't have, you want to buy, especially those of us who buy on impulse. Okay, you have not planned for it. It's not in your budget. You have not planned that you are going to spend this in this particular day, in this particular week, or in this particular month. But when you go to see it, and then out of impulse you want to buy it, it is not a good financial lifestyle. Okay, so if you want to ensure financial freedom, try as much as possible to avoid debt or pay off your debt, especially debt that comes with interest. Okay, that comes with what? Interest. Try as much as possible to avoid them at all costs in order for you to what? Ensure financial freedom. The Bible says that the borrower is always a slave to the debtor. Okay, the borrower is always a slave to the debtor. Audio bika the opebia no kekachiro. It's not a good thing. Like, it's not so soothing. It disturbs you a lot. Okay, so my advice or my tip is that try as much as possible to avoid debt at all costs. And then if you have debt, to try to pay off, and then you are free. All right, so that's our second tip. Our next tip, when we want to ensure financial freedom, probably now and then even in the future, is that one, build an emergency fund. Build an emergency fund. And emergency fund results from consistent savings. Okay, if you are working and then probably, unfortunately, you are fired, do you have something behind your back to lay on for a period of time before you probably get another employment? If you are a person who don't have that, then you are in big trouble. Okay, so in order for you to ensure financial freedom, even now and then even in your future life, is that try to build an emergency fund. Try to save enough that if you are not getting your salary, or if you are not getting any income from anywhere, you can lay upon it probably for the next 3 to 6 months. Okay, that should be the limit, or that should be the minimum of your emergency fund in terms of counting it in periods. Okay, when emergency strike, and then you have no source of money, that money you can fall on it for some time being. Okay, so try to build an emergency fund. What normally I do is that in my emergency fund planning, I try to one look at my rent amount for the next 6 months, and then I also look at my feeding for the next 6 months, and then probably other miscellaneous for the next 6 months. I combine them and then I put them in my emergency fund. So if probably I'm not working or I'm not getting any money from my employer or whatever, that money can take care of me can take off my rent for the next 6 months. I have feeding money for the next 6 months. I have other miscellaneous, like other expenditure for the next 6 months. By the time that 6 months is due or is over, probably I might have resettled or I might have gotten myself another job doing or something. Okay, so that is a tip. That is probably my personal kind of thinking. Probably you may have yours, which might be different from mine. But the bottom line is that try to build an emergency fund. Put some money down elsewhere to cater for such emergencies. Sicknesses can strike, layoff can come, death can come, something that you are not expecting. It might strike, and then you have to get some kind of financial backbone to fall on when things like this happen. Okay, so try to save consistently, get some money down, postpone some kind of current enjoyment to the future, so that when something happens, you can just take care of yourself. All right, so that is our third tip: build yourself an emergency fund. Number 4, the next item is that try to invest. Investment is very good for our future life or for our future living. Okay, it's very good. You have to get for yourself something that in your old age, where you don't have the strength like you have in your youthful age to do something productive. That investment can take care of you. So when you talk about investment, it's not just saving. Investment is putting your money into something that will yield returns. Okay, so for instance, maybe one common one is buying a land. Okay, buying a land probably, it doesn't depreciate, it appreciates in value over time. So we call it land banking. That is what people call it, land banking. Put your money, purchase some land, leave it over there for some number of years, it will appreciate in value. You can buy stocks, that is what we call the shares, TBs and all that. Probably you can also invest in real estate or building a rental apartment where every month or every year you are going to receive some kind of rent from your tenants. Okay, that is about investment. Involving yourself in some kind of business that will yield you returns over a period of time. You can go into farming. You can go into animal rearing. Okay, and these are all things that are going to fetch you money over time. This is what you call investment. You put your money into something, into an asset that is going to yield you returns, and it's very good. Like I said, this topic, we are going to build it up, we are going to expand it. So we are going to look at some asset that you can invest your money in. And then when we talk of investments, the various factors that you have to consider: your risk, your liquidity, and all that. These are things that we have to talk about more in order for you to know what we are talking about investment. But for the meantime, like we are discussing tips to financial freedom, invest. And investment in simple terms, that put your money into something, or save your money into something that will yield you some kind of profit or return periodically over time. Okay, that is what about investing. So that is the fourth tip when you want to attain financial freedom and financial independence. All right. Okay, so let's move into the next item. But before we move into it, let me still remind you that this is Michael's Nuggets, an interesting YouTube channel that we teach people money management, entrepreneurial skills, wealth creation, self-development, and self-growth, and many other interesting topics that we can think of. I want you to like this video, share this video, and then subscribe to my channel Michael's Nuggets. And don't forget to click on the notification bell when you are subscribing, and then you get the chance to be notified anytime I upload videos of this nature. Thank you very much for doing it, and I love you, and I know that you're going to do it. Thank you. Let's move to our next item. The next item or the next tip to financial freedom is that build multiple streams of income or build multiple avenues of income. You shouldn't rely on only one source of income. The reason is that anytime there is emergency, or let's say you are working in a bank and the bank eventually dismisses you for no reason. Who knows? Probably it could be economic factors, it could be any reason. You are just off, and that banking salary is your only source of income. When it happens that way, what are you going to rely on for your own self? Okay, for instance, if you are also you run a shop, and maybe fire guts your shop and you lose everything, if you don't have any other source of income, it's going to be challenging. So one other tip to ensure is that make sure that you have for yourself multiple sources of income, that when this one closes, one is there for you to fall on. Okay, so maybe you are a teacher, probably you have a taxi elsewhere which is giving you some kind of weekly sales money. Probably you have some kind of farming which is giving you some yield. Probably you have invested in shares or something which is giving you dividend at the end of the year. Okay, maybe you also run a store which is giving you some kind of little profit on your inventory. Okay, so these are the things that we are talking about. Get multiple streams of income so that when you are stuck in one of them, another would make a way for you. Okay, and the last thing that I'm sharing with you when it comes to tips to financial freedom is that try to be frugal a bit. When I talk about being frugal, I don't mean to just be chisel, no. I mean, try to control yourself when it comes to spending. Okay, try to spend on your needs. Don't spend on any other thing which probably will not be of benefit to you. Okay, try to spend on something which is of benefit to you. Spend on your needs. Once in a while you can spend on your wants, and that will help you to be financially sound. Okay, so guys, these are the 6 tips that I want to share with you when it comes to ensuring financial independence and financial freedom. All right, thank you very much for watching my video, and I hope to come your way with another interesting video like this. Okay, so thank you very much, and I hope to see you again in my next video. But until then, make sure you subscribe to my channel, Michael's Nuggets, and you're going to enjoy a lot of interesting topics like this on the channel. Thank you very much, and until then, please take care of yourself, and remember, I love you. Stay blessed.